Hey folks, this is Mitch with Chasing Cars. So one topic I want to talk about to you today is floor planning. Now, for a lot of people that are just getting into this business and do not have any type of cash reserves or line of credit, different things of that nature to acquire inventory, there are programs out there that are offered by Carbucks, Next Gear Capital, and AFC, and a couple others I don't remember offhand. Well, floor planning is a good option if you, first of all, know what you're doing. Second, if you're familiar how a dealership operates, which I'm hoping that you do if you get into a floor planning, because there's a lot of pros and cons with doing floor plans. One of the pros is that they do lend you, depending on your credit criteria, a certain amount of money based on your credit score. They also look for a guarantor, someone that can back up the loan or the floor plan, that kind of thing. And you can use this extended line of credit going to major auctions like Manheim and, ADESA and so forth like that. They accept floor plans, from these companies. And yeah, there's an advantage to it. You can go out and, get $50,000 on a floor plan, but, that $50,000 is not your money. No, it's not your money. I see a lot of young bucks at the auctions, it's like, oh man, I just got 25, 50 grand and I'm going to use up every penny. Good luck. As I said, there are cons with the floor plan, okay? Now, floor planning, they give you a certain amount of time to pay on the loan or the floor plan. That's basically to pay back what you borrowed on the floor plan. There is a thing called curtailments, okay? So if you don't sell the car in a certain amount of time, these curtailments kick in. And these floor plan companies have an automatic authorization to go right into your bank account, snatch those funds, and get it out. Now, here's the thing. If you floor, for example, 10 cars, for example, and your average cost between each car is $3,000, $3,500, you're going to have 35, 40 grand in a floor plan on a, for example, $50,000 floor plan at 9% interest, which is normally last time I checked, that's what it goes for a daily fee. The floor plan companies make a lot of money off of, number one, fees, number two, you. And it gets to the point where you're not even going to feel like you're working for yourself. You're going to be working for the floor plan company. So, for example, if you, and I'm just saying in general from experience, okay, because we had Next Gear Capital for the longest time, and Next Gear Capital, I'm going to basically keep some choice words aside. I don't know if you ever dealt with Next Gear Capital, but they've changed a lot of things. Their fee structuring, everything. And it got to the point, like, for example, if you floor a $2,500 car, you're going to be paying about $3,300, $3,400 back with interest. That's crazy. It's better. And a lot of people, they ask me, it's like, well, what do you recommend? Well, I recommend that if you don't have the money, borrow it from someone, maybe from a family member, credit cards, just make sure you pay it back. That way your utilization goes from here to here. You don't want to use up everything that you got, and there you are racking up credit card debt. And there you are at the end of the month, you're juggling bills. You have your overhead, you have your utilities, you have your insurance, you have all these other expenses, plus your initial repair and recon costs for each vehicle that you buy. So it's a very fine tuning process on how the floor plan and how to buy inventory, how it works. There's a lot of companies right now that they promise you, no curtailments, no audit fees, and so forth like that. But read the fine print. Read the fine print, because if you don't read the fine print, chances are you're going to end up in a situation where they own you. Okay, and that's pretty much every floor plan company. I don't care, if it's ran by a saint. It doesn't matter. They are out to make money on you, on interest, fees, curtailments, audit reconciliations. That's another thing, is that you don't own that inventory. They do. They hold the title, okay? And how it works is that they'll hold the title until you pay for the car, okay? Or if you finance the car like through a bank and stuff like that, you can do what they call an early release title, okay? Where they'll send it to you FedEx, which you do have to pay. You have to pay a fee for that. You have to pay a fee for the FedEx mailing envelope. There's all kinds of hidden fees involved. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But hey, they're in the business too of making money, just like we are. It's crazy because I've seen a lot of places go out of business, because they can't keep up with the curtailments. Now you're probably thinking like, okay, so what's up with the curtailments? How much do they charge? What do they, what's the fee structure like? Okay, so for example, you have 10 cars on the lot. Say for example, you're 40 grand in, okay? Well, every car that you have that's on the lot, you're going to be paying on average between, it's usually 10%, sometimes a little bit more, 25%, depending on how much you're into the car, as far as like how long you've had it on the lot, because that justifies the fee structure. The longer that you have the car on the lot, the longer you're going to have, the more fees you're going to have, and they will rack up. They will definitely rack up. I can't tell you enough that, these floor plan companies, I'm not saying all of them, but the majority, about 90% of them, are out to get you, on fees, so, they're not ran by a Christian saint, they are out to get you, they are giving you a favor, and that's great, to have a line of credit to walk at an auction and buy any car that you want, within your floor plan amount. But you also have to remember is that it's not your money, and you do have to pay it back. I remember when we had an Exterior Capital, we started off with $25,000. Well, that was nothing, like within 2-3 months, we were paying back the 25 grand, boom, 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 trying to get, because the initial strategy with us that we were targeting import vehicles like Hondas, Honda Odysseys, and the market that we were at primarily focused on imports. Honda Odyssey minivans were hot and heavy, Toyota Camrys, Toyota Corollas, Honda Civics, Honda Accords, we bought all that stuff. And we were able to pay back the floor plan company very quickly because of our rapid inventory turnover. But if you're, just starting out in this business, I'll tell you, it's better just to pay cash, because like I said, the floor plan companies they're out to get you, and it's not fun, like say for example, you got $5 grand in your account, well then if 10 curtailments happen, you're going to be down to like $1,500, left over, and then you have to worry about those 10 cars. How are you going to sell them? You got to get rid of them, and you have to deal with a lot of crap, when it comes to the used cars. There's a lot of repairs, a lot of reconditioning. There's a lot of things that most people think, oh, you just go to the auction and buy them, at the bottom of the barrel. It doesn't work like that. There is a lot of work involved, and most people, they think that this is some type of get-rich scheme, and it's not. It doesn't work like that. Anyway, my name is Mitch. I'm with Chasing Cars. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Hit the little bell for notifications. I'm going to be updating this channel here in the next month or so, with more videos and more resources as far as what it's like being an automotive dealer. I've been in this business for a little over almost 2 decades now, in the car business total, and I can tell you a lot from experience and what to do and what not to do. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a message or throw me a comment down below, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, and we'll see you next time.